to the cave. Nick here from Nick's Nerd Cave, bringing you guys Sonic Forces review. I just beat the game. I didn't just beat the game. I beat it like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, but then I just went to sleep and I played and beat episode Shadow, which was really good. But I have to say, this game exceeded my expectations. It's not going to win any rewards. I just want to get this clear. It's not the best game I ever played in my life, but it's really fun. It's a lot better than people saying it is. I do have a few problems with the game, we're going to get that in a minute, but the story this time was actually like a step up from Colors, Generation, Lost World, because this is the kind of Sonic story that I prefer, the more serious kind of Sonic stories, because, like, Infinite is just such a cool character. Like, it's not really explained how he did, but episode Shadow, which, I think should have been with the game? Here, how about this instead of just having DLC as episode Shadow? How about, like, okay, the game starts out with Shadow. Like, Shadow, like, what about Sonic, Shadow, in the custom character? Why is Classic Sonic here? It could have been Shadow. That if they replaced Classic Sonic with Shadow, I think this game would be, like, not better, because, 4 characters is better than 3. But I'm just saying, they could have took out Classic Sonic. It wouldn't affect almost really anything in this game. But the levels are very, very short. Like not towards the end, but like in the beginning, the levels are like under a minute sometimes if you're really good. But I think this game is very solid. I encountered zero. I'm talking zero glitches, and that makes sense because this game has been in development since Lost World came out, and that was 3 years ago. So this has been the longest Sonic game that's ever been in development. So it's a good game. Another problem I have with it is very narrow. Like, if you're not going forwards, you're going this way. But, there is sometimes when there's a reminder, hey, you have a stick here, and you have to move yourself from. It's weird. It's very narrow. Like, compared to Generations and not Colors, because Colors is just as narrow. But I think this is more of an homage to Sonic Colors than it is Generations almost, because Generations was like. It was not completely open. There were some very narrow sides, but for the most part, like, it was very open, and you could, like, there's alternate places you could go if you're good enough. There's pathways. There is in this game too, but it's more up instead of down. Like, there's more pathways in the 2D sections, which is the problem I have with the game, just a little bit. But the stages are fun. Don't get me wrong. Classic Sonic. Just coming off of Mania, Classic Sonic just feels very alienating. It's like, you come from Mania, which has the Genesis physics, and you go from something that is something worse. Like, it's not bad. It's solid platforming, but it's a lot worse than the ones in Generations. Generations, Sonic was like, he felt like he had like a 1,000,000-ton weight attached to him. But in here, it's just... But that still felt good. That still felt like really good platforming. In this game, it just feels very off because like Sonic already has 2D sections in his 3D parts. They're not even 3D. Okay, this game is a 2D game with 3D sections. That's how I see it, which is not bad. It's just I kind of wish if you have Classic Sonic that tackles the 2D sections, the custom character which can do both, why not Sonic and be in the middle and just do 3D all around? That's something I don't understand here. But, I don't have a lot of criticism of the game, but I'm just saying, this game is great. It's not, it's no Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey. I don't say that like I'm comparing the games. I'm just saying, like, in terms of, like, Game of the Year, I don't think Sonic Forces really, offers a whole ton. Is Mania better? This is a huge question. I prefer this style of Sonic. But generally in the general public, I think Mania is a better game. But to me, I like Sonic Forces just a tad bit more. But would have been really cool if they did do Classic Sonic. What they could have done, when you go to the Classic Sonic section, it could have been pixelated like Sonic Mania. They could have got the Sonic Mania devs to create the stages like that. But that's whatever. Like I was saying before, I kind of wish, like, Shadow was part of the main trio, just Shadow, Sonic, and the custom character. Have the Shadow sections, the Sonic sections, and the, custom hero sections, which I want to get into, right now. Custom hero. The custom hero was awesome. Like, he controlled way better than I thought he would. In the demo, I wasn't really too sure how he would have felt, but no, Nicholas the Hedgehog, he pulled through, my boy. Yeah, the custom character was fun. Just, a problem I have with it, it's very weird. It's very weird playing another character that's not Sonic anymore. Shadow, you know, Shadow's very similar to Sonic, so it's not that, like, daunting to go from, like, Sonic the Shadow, because Episode Shadow is really cool. We have to see some backstory on Infinite. So, play Episode Shadow, even though the game says not to, play Episode Shadow before you play the main game, because I just do that, please. But, yeah, the custom character feels really good. It's really fun. Just Burst is the best one. Burst is just fun. You have the gun and you can shoot a whole bunch of flames. It's really cool. It's just, the stages are very fun. Very fun. Very, like, it's, like I said, it's narrow and there's just a whole bunch of problems I have with the game. But I would give it a solid 7.5 or an 8. I think it's like, I think I'm going for the 7, but if not that, then 8, because this game has a whole bunch of replay value. Like, you can make it like different custom characters, you can use a different whisper on. It's so cool. Like, this is the Sonic game I always wanted. The plot is just, I really enjoyed the plot. I know it's like Sonic, it's like kind of iffy on the plot sometimes because it's like more serious, but I think that sorry about that. I think that having all the characters like in the game makes it so much better. Like you don't play as everybody, but you indeed do see them in the story. It's just a Sonic game I always want. You see Espio, Charmy, Vector, Knuckles, he's the leader of the Resistance. You see Amy, Silver, which I'm very happy he's actually good in the game, because I think Sonic 06 made him look bad. But I actually like Silver now. He's a good guy. Shadow's in here too, Rouge and Omega. Omega caught me by surprise. Like, when I saw Omega in the ending cutscene, oh my god, I was like freaking out. But the ending cutscene was awesome. You have like people fighting, and you see like the Resistance, I'm calling them the Freedom Fighters because I wish it was that. But you see him like punching like all the Chaos, Zarvok, Shadow, and Metal Sonic, which there was boss battles for every one of those characters except Chaos. Chaos is my favorite Sonic enemy. Why couldn't there be a boss with Chaos in it? Yeah, Chaos was just there, which is very disappointing because Chaos is the enemy I always wanted to come back in some shape or form, and he did. You just don't fight him. I wish, like, how cool would it have been if the final fight, like, not like the Death Egg robot, which was just fantastic. I love that. That final boss was better than the Odyssey final boss, and you know, so I like Odyssey way more than this game. I'm just saying, like, the final boss was just so good. Like, it gets harder every single time, but I picked hard mode, but still, there's levels of difficulty, like, every single time you, like, extend. But that's besides the point. How cool would it have been if, like, the cutscene where the Freedom Fighters are about to fight all, like, the minions of Eggman, how cool would it have been if it was Knuckles, if you played as Knuckles, it was like a beat-em-up, 3D beat-em-up. How cool would have that been? Like, just imagine Knuckles, like, punching through everything. That would have been awesome. Like, I was actually talking to, my parent about it, and she said, like, this game would have been, more suited for later down the road. Like, it could have came out a little bit later, because, like, it's going against Odyssey and just a whole bunch of Nintendo games right now. And I don't think this game's going to sell as well as people hope. I think it's going to sell well, because I think, like, the character customization sells itself. Like, I don't think it's going to sell too well on the Switch. I don't recommend, like, I recommend getting on the Switch, because, it's weird. I recommend getting it on other platforms if you have so. But if you don't, the Switch version works completely fine, actually. It's 30 frames, but it oddly works. Like, I never saw any frame drops. It was very sturdy. Like, it didn't feel choppy, or I was feeling. I never felt like I was playing an inferior port of the game. I just want to say that. I'm getting it on my PC because I'm going to play that for YouTube. I did a impression stream, which I'm going to upload on Nick Live, so you can watch that later. But yeah, Sonic Forces was a good game. I just want to get this out of the way. This doesn't really affect the game, but in the levels, you know how in like Generations, Colors, and all the other games, there is like a sign that says like, hey, if you fall down here, you're going to die. That's not in this game at all. And I thought that, you know, like every time I see like a pit, I'm like, okay, that's like a new entrance, so I'll go in there and I died. But, you know, that could just be me being a retard and just not knowing how to play the game. But, you know, yeah, that's like a little problem. But this game is not perfect. But I do give it, man, it's really hard to say. You can take it both as an 8 game, like look at before Episode Shadow 7, after Episode Shadow 8. Like that's how I feel about it. 8, I think, is the perfect like kind of like section to put in this game. It's like, it's great. It's not fantastic. It's not, you know, I do like this game better than Colors. I have to play Generations one more time before I can say it's better than Generations, but I probably think it is because I like the plot better than this time around. But like, is it better than Unleashed? Yeah, it is. Unleashed was a great game, but this is better. This is like it's hard to say because this game is Sonic Colors mixed with a dark plot. It's like a Sonic Colors and Adventure 2 plot had like a child. This is what this game is almost. And I'm actually like I just want to say I'm very satisfied with Sonic Forces. Go pick it up. It's only $40. It's $20 more than Mania. For $60 you can get 2 Sonic games with have tie-ins with each other. Wanted to say that like Classic Sonic, I forgot the minute earlier, just feels very weird compared to the Mania Sonic. Like I said before, like I wish they made actual stages and pixelated, or just in the Genesis style. But the drop dash is, it's useful, but it's weird. Yeah, Classic Sonic is definitely weird. He's good. It's great to see him again. I love Classic Sonic, but it's just, he's okay. I wish like he was replaced by Shadow. But Sonic Forces, I'm very satisfied with. It's a lot better than people say it is. Just don't take it from like the stupid Nintendo community saying it's so bad. It's not. It's really not. It's a good game. I say it's a good game anyway. If it's not your thing, then you know, if you like Generations and Colors, pick it up. You can get for $60. You get Sonic Mania and this game. What can go wrong? You get 2 amazing games that, you know, are very short, but like both of them together, you get a pretty long game. And Mania does tie in with Forces, and yeah, just in the end, Forces, I enjoyed it. Yeah, there is problems with the game. I'm not in denial of that. Maybe they do a patch, I'll come back here and talk about it. But Episode Shadow was good. The story was good. The stages were fun. Overall, this game was fantastic. Well, not fantastic. It was great. The game was great. I'm Nick here for Nick's Nerd Cave. Signing out. This skin is really cool.